Welcome back with another video on TryHackMe.com. This is CICD and build security. I'm Zahir Nazir and let's get into it. So today we're gonna do task 7, which is securing the build server. But before we get into it, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, give a big thumbs up, like the video and share it with others. We are targeting to reach 1000 users by the end of August. Please let us reach there. And if you have any comments, please put down in the comments below. So let's get into it. So we came back after one day. In previous video we did the task 6. Now this is 7.6 video, and we will be doing task 7. So let's get into it. We'll study the theory before and then we'll do the practical itself. Okay. So for me, I already started the attack box. New attack box machine, nothing is there from the previous task. Admin, if I need to set up something, I will be setting up the things. And I think the IP addresses are the same from the previous task. Yeah, IP addresses are the same. I even started the machine itself as well. So we have 1 hour 29 minutes to go. Let's get into it. Our build process has now been protected. Build process हमने protect कर लिया है task 6 के अंदर. The next point of attack is the build server itself. Build server जो है वो next point of attack है. If an attacker can gain access or control of our build server, this places them in a quite privileged position to compromise both the pipeline and the build. Why both the pipeline? Because both the pipelines are either going to run on runner 1 or runner 2 or something like that, right? Right now, as per the diagram, only runner 2 will be running, and runner 2 is taking care of deployment to dev and prod. So if the G runner 02 is compromised, that means we can compromise both of these environments, right? So this is what they are trying to say. Both pipelines and the build server basics. Build server थोड़ी सी basic पढ़ लेते हैं. Before diving into the attack, let's discuss basic build server security. The simplest point to start is with access. Even in modern times, a common attack against build infrastructure is to guess credentials and gain access. Yes, but it is going less common and common because of multi-factor authentication. But even multi-factor authentication is now challenging to maintain because of the AI. Now AI can mimic the real user in order to bypass the captchas and all multi-factor authentication that we have. At least this is what they tell us in the news. Whenever you see a Jenkins server out in the wild, you would be surprised how many times Jenkins would do the trick. Jenkins means the username and password is the same with the default, I think, installation. So always change the administrator password, okay, once you install it. To secure our build server, we want to restrict access to it. You will often find that multiple members have access to the same build server. In these cases, we need to apply granular access to ensure that a compromise of one user would not lead to compromise of all builds. Furthermore, we want to restrict the likelihood of a user being compromised by using multi-factor authentication. Yes, see? So this is what I envisioned, that multi-factor authentication could restrict the likelihood of the user bypass. So this is what they have mentioned here as well. And believe me, this is the very first time that I'm reading this particular theory. Expose build server. Let's take a look at the Jenkins build server in the network, which is this one. Okay. Let me see. I think it will not work out of the box. Why? I will tell you why. And then I will tell you how to fix it. Okay. I'll just paste the URL and it is not working. I know why it is not working. I will spin up a new terminal, make it a little bigger. Remember the setup stage and the commands that we are maintaining. So this is the first command that we need to Execute. Remember that if IP addresses are changed, you need to change the IP addresses for getlab.tryhackme.log and Jenkins tryhackme.log. Okay, so we're back. Here I'm gonna execute. Done. Let's see if it is working. Yeah, it is working now. I'll maximize it, zoom in a little bit. All right. You may have to first make another update to your etc host. We have done this one with the IP of the machine shown in your network diagram. Yeah, this one. We already have done this. Okay. Let's try our luck with Jenkins. I will copy that. Let's try our luck. Jenkins, and here we have Jenkins as well. Sign in. Is it working? Yeah, it is working. Awesome, awesome. So what they are trying to tell us, building on the built-in code can be a security issue. You should set the number of executors on the built-in node to 0. Yeah, this is some alert, security alert issue, which we did not take care of. Okay, let's continue. We have, it should be authenticated. Yeah, we have authenticated. In this task, we will take a look at using some of the MSF module to attack the Jenkins build server on the attack box or your Kali Linux VM. We are using attack box because I think they have written this guideline for from the perspective of attack box. In task 2 or 3, we try to use the Kali VM, but we were not able to fix few of the issues, so we shifted our focus to attack box. So this is what we're gonna do. Start metaexploit in the terminal using ms console. So we're gonna do that. We'll make use of Jenkins underscore script underscore console module from the MSF. Sure. So let's paste the command, or you can write it msf console to memorize it. Msf console. Okay, enter. This copy of Metaxploit framework is more than 2 weeks old. Consider running MSF update to the latest version, but I think we are good to go with whatever we have here. All right, let it start. In the meantime, let's see what we have here. Okay. So in MSF, we are using use exploit multi HTTP Jenkins underscore script console. MSF exploit. Okay, show options. Then in the options, we have few things: API token, password, proxies, or host, and then something else. Let's see what we are doing here. When considered flavor is one of auto cert util. Okay. They are not setting it anything. It is 0000. Payload options. Port is 4444. Exploit target is Windows. Configure your module with the correct values and execute for a shell. Okay. Set target 1. Then set the payload is Linux x64 metaoperator bind underscore TCP. Set password is Jenkins. Set username also Jenkins. H host is Jenkins. This is the domain DNS name or domain name. Set target URI is the root one. Set outpost is 8080, and then we will run, and it will do something, and it will create some token here. And you can also look to perform manual exploitation on the Jenkins server. This will involve accessing the script console and using a groovy script to execute the command. Feel free to play around. Okay, so let's see what we can do actually. It would be better if we do this side by side, right? So let me pull up side by side window. So this will make a lot of sense. Let me not this one. this one. It is still in the full view. Just a moment, guys. MSF console. I will refresh. Yeah. Okay. Side by side, I think I need to refresh it and it will come back again. So, okay. We will use exploit, I think. Directory expired multi HTTP. Exploit multi HTTP. Do we have Jenkins? Yeah, Jenkins underscore script underscore console. Script underscore console. Yes. No payload configured, so we go to show options, I think. Yeah, so it will show us all the options that we have. All right. So let's try to configure the payload. Okay. For this, I will try to do again split window, and then I will refresh it. I think it will resize my machine, hopefully, and zoom out. What I say, normal size. Okay, so this is the normal size. Okay, so let's try to configure it. Okay, so the target is 0. I don't know why they put 1 here. It should be ID 0, right? Okay. Set target 1. Okay. Set payload. It is Linux x64 interpreter and bind TCP. Set password. No, set password again, because we did not mention the Jenkins. Set username space Jenkins. Set our host, which is Jenkins dot TryHackMe dot loc. Jenkins dot TryHackMe dot loc. Okay, good. What else? Okay. Set target URI is equal to this one. We have done it. Set our port is 8080, and then we put it on run. Let's see what we'll get. Okay. Okay, who am I? Interpreter is done, but what happened here? We have exploited starting stage. There is a interpreter session 1 is opened. Okay, session 1. How to shift to session itself? Interpreter is okay. Let's see. Get UID. Server, okay, get UID. Okay, so we can use interpreter commands, which is get UID. It is saying that it is Jenkins. Okay, so that means we have reverse shell on the Jenkins server. Get it? So that means it is hacked. We are good to go. You can also look to perform manual exploitation. We have done this one. So what will I do? I will make it a full VM at least, okay, and then minimize it from here. Let's continue. Our theory. Protecting the build server. The following steps can be followed to protect both your build server and build agent. Build server, build agent. Build server is basically where your code is being built, and build agent usually is, or deployment agent, different build agent is kind of similar. For example, one could be your runner, for example, GitLab runner. The other could be a build agent, just like Jenkins, which will execute some code and give you back the binaries to use, right? So this is the distinction between both of them. Build agent configuration: configure build agents to only communicate with the build server, avoiding external exposure. Yeah, of course. Configure the build agent to only communicate with the build server. Okay. That mean, for example, if your build agent is compromised, that means nobody else on the network can be able to communicate beside build server. Okay. Avoid external exposure. That means you should block the external traffic on the build agent. Sometimes it is possible. Sometimes if you are using, for example, NuGet packages in .NET or C Sharp, so you may need to pull some packages from public, but there is a way to host the package inside your environment using, I think, Azure Artifacts or something like that. Private network place build agent within a private network, preventing direct internet access. This is very true. Firewalls. Employ firewalls to restrict incoming connections to necessary build server related traffic. Yes, VPN. VPN. Use a VPN to access the build server and its agent securely from remote locations. VPN is kind of a global setting on your organization, not just for your DevOps environment. But it is okay if you have a private DevOps environment within your network where some people could be able to access it, especially the build server or agents. That would be great additional security layer. Token-based authentication: utilize build agents tokens for authentication, adding an extra layer of security via tokens, because tokens will not expose the username password, and you can revoke the token, and there is always an expiry attached to a token. So that's why you need to go with the token. Okay. SSH keys: for SSH-based build agent, use secure SSH keys for authentication. Yeah, that is very true. You need to take care of this. Continuous monitoring. Regular monitor build agent activities and log for unusual behavior. Any SIEM tool can be able to do that, or any specialized tool which will work with your DevOps tool. Like GitHub must have something which have built-in support to monitor the alerts on GitLab for unusual behavior. Regular updates: update both the build server and agents with security patches. This is very true. I think they have they had mentioned it before somewhere. Okay, let's continue. Security audits: conduct periodic security audits to identify and address vulnerabilities. Yes, you need to do that. Remove defaults and hardened configuration. Make sure to harden your build server and remove all default credentials and weak configurations. Yeah. What can be used to ensure that the remote access to the build server can be performed securely? VPN. Yay, we are on streak 3. 87 streak to go. What can be used to add an additional layer of authentication layer for build agents? Tokenization, I think. Token-based authentication. Yeah. You copy paste this one. Okay. Done. Authenticate to the mother and follow the process to claim flag 2. What is flag 2? Okay. Let's see that how we can do this. I will open one more here. Let me make it bigger. So SSH mother, and the IP address is the similar IP address that your network have, 46 dot, and at the end it is 250. Yes, password is mother knows best, and we are welcomed. We need to authenticate first. Our username is scientist Z. Our password is, we already saved the password somewhere. Here. We are good to go. Yes. Please select an option. Yeah, we'll submit. We did build server compromise. Please provide the hostname of the host you have compromised. Please use the name provided in the diagram. Okay. We basically compromise the Jenkins itself, which is Jenkins. Jenkins. In order to, okay, complete the following step. Okay, sure, we can do that, hopefully. Let's try to do that. Can we use echo here? I'm not sure, but let's see. Copy. Paste. Okay. So we need to create and the flag and the scientist z dot text. Could we do that? Echo is not a known command. Just a moment, guys. Okay, so there is a way. If you can just type the shell, it will basically give you the shell and you can run your command here, as you can see. So let's try to run this command again and copy. I'm gonna paste it here. Let's see if it will work. I hope it will work. Let's see if we have created the file flag directory. Yeah, there is a file created. So I will say here yes to verify. Congratulations. Yeah. So we are able to do it. I will copy it and put it into the flag, and hopefully yes, we are able to complete that. So thank you very much for joining me on this journey, guys. Once we'll come back, we'll do the securing the build pipeline task, which is task 8. If you have any comment, please put it in the chat below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.